Saints World. I'm doing not saying the 3 or 4 first one, but this will be mostly dedicated to 4 Train Sim 4. But hey ho. And mostly, I'm going to have a look at, as you can tell by the title of the video anyway, I'm going to try and make a couple predictions on what's been released over the next couple of months. So going through, not including obviously launch for S1, but 1 to 3 months, 4 to 6 months, and 6 months plus. And that includes all the routes, the gameplay packs, and the locos. And I will do a bit of explaining on that as well, and perhaps some of the layering. And we'll music mode during December, just to see if we get any snow in the old map. So, starting off with the 1 to 3 months, so pretty much the closed facility of release. I'm going to admit, this isn't easy, it was hard. And obviously the first one is will be from Dovetail. And it's a German route, as it is on the list for add-ons. I'm not doing what's going to be post-match improvements and the updates and stuff. I'm just going to look at the main DLC release side of things, which is a German route. I was thinking, because most of these are on Train Sim, just to point that one out. So it was a lot more easier to pick from. It still was not easy. I can tell you that straight away. Boo-hoo. So, the first one is Hamburg the Hangover, or a section of that line, since it is quite a long route. Obviously, I know they Dovetail with it, Sky at Just Trains will be in the same boat on this. Every other company that comes in as well will look at what's out already and think, well, we can lay up this, that, and this out onto it as well. And obviously, most German trains will lay us straight onto that route without a second thought, to be completely honest. So it is a bit of so in some respects, it might make it a little bit easier. At the same time, I'm not just going to count these as prediction-wise, as also a suggestion for Dovetail if they are, or any other of the third-party groups that are watching as well. So yeah, that's my things on that. Perhaps set in a bit more of a modern time period, like now and stuff, not whatever it is on Train Sim. And it is a mixture of high speed, fast and slow trains with freight as well, mixed in with obviously all the German safety systems in PZB, LZB, obviously STIFA as well. So I would have said that would be a good route, and probably a route that deserves to be redone into Train Sim World at least. Not another version on Train Sim anyway, but on Train Sim World. Then onto the Swiss route, which is by Rivet. And I literally couldn't think of any route, to be fairness, on this one, but it was a bit hard. So I went with the Gotthard one. So it's a Swiss standard gauge line. Potentially the stack of flirts might be able to lay onto it, I'm not sure. And obviously, yeah, the trains which come with that route could be easy enough might go on to Lausanne and the sea as well. I don't know. But I would have said that might have been a good route, and the way that they want to look at the country inside around with how the route is now going to be made, it might actually do a good one. Now, moving on to the next one, once again, this is a rivet and two gameplay packs. So, as far as I believe, from what it will be like the New Journeys expansion pack sort of thing, or the packs adding the RHGT in and so forth. So it won't be a new train, it'd be something that's already been released. And that's why, for one of them, I think it's going to be the 4F Somerset. It's because it's Revit games we're talking about. So I think it's going to be something like the 4F for the West Somerset, and HST for perhaps the East Coast Main Line. Because I'm surprised Dovetail haven't actually already got a game day pack planned. Because I can guarantee it'd be the HST that would be in that pack. So I think Revit might even attempt to jump onto the bandwagon. You can't say any Swiss or Swiss route, other Swiss logos, because technically there's only two routes out last Swiss, so it'd be British or German most likely, or could be American, but very hardly. So moving on to the 4 to 6 months, starting with an American route. This is the only thing that won't be definitely on Trains and Classic, and I'm in the Steam side of things otherwise. And that is one of the New York subway lines, which is on the map yellow, so NQRW. Two of them are fast and two of them are standard speed wise. It'd probably be a section of that or the full thing. And then for the British route that's on there for British for me anyway. For me it might be a little bit biased, but also I'll explain a bit more after saying it. And that is the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. Like I said, it might be a bit biased. It is the railway which I do volunteer at, but I'm also saying that because I'm getting really bored of routes up north. And I like the way people moaned originally that there was not enough north-based routes in the game, and it's now been pretty much over a year since the last southern route released. In some respects, because not including southeastern, the extended version of southeastern high speed. I'm not including that in that list. So, yeah. So I think it's about time we did go back south and also add another heritage railway into the game. So yeah, one with steam and not diesel, like the West Coast is, like the West Somerset is anyway. So yeah, and then moving on to the German route, is actually going to be a cross-border one, which I'm predicting, if I pronounce this, which is the Mitte Waldbahn. So it goes from Germany into Austria. So it goes into Austria again. So it's another route linking into Austria. So in some respects, using, so it's in the mountains, single line, or might not be now, I don't know, might be double now, but I think that would be another line which Good bit of line for you. Once again, nice scenery. So going with that, they want to use the scenery, they want all the camo to be used more, albeit as well. So yeah. And then we've got a Loco add-on, which is by Rivet. So it's probably which will be a new Loco to the game. And I think it'd be the class 170, possibly in Scotwell, to run on Edinburgh to Glasgow, and you may see it on Cathcart as well, possibly. I'm literally just grabbing a route off the map type of thing, like off the map, and I think that'd be probably the best one for them, because I can't see it be a thing. Okay, Talk with it, because I know them, they will absolutely post it up. But there. Then moving on to what is classed as a new partner release, so we don't even know the country for this one, so it was hard. So I straight off went in my mind going, what should it be? So I just went to class 70. It can run on most British routes, and it's a different freight load code than the 66 all the time, so something a bit different. It can run on Great Western, East Coast Main Line, South Eastern even, to be completely honest, London Brighton. Pardon me. And any other routes that are British pretty much, apart from anything in the island, on the Isle of Wight. But there. And then moving finally into the 6+ months, so long way away, and starting with an Austrian route. So after dipping their feet into the water to test the waters, go straight for the Austrian route, and it's not far off from where Valberg is pretty much. And at the same time, they've already got one Loco which runs on the line, which is the 40/20/24, and that is the Gleisbahn line between Spilling Wurgel and Safehalden, and which goes through lots of mountainous scenery. Once again, going with that, with the usage of photos, so lovely photos, and going like, yep, we want to look at the scenery, perfect, and how they're doing the scenery. Going forward. Then for the German route, I've got something about Hamburg. It's the Hamburg S-Bahn, which is the S2 line, which I've just picked at random, to be completely honest, or the S21, which runs at rush hour. That's a dovetail release, so it's the other line. And then for the American route, I've gone to a freight route now. Since a small break from freight journeys into an American run, I'm gonna mispronounce this one like no one's business. But the Monter High Line, so freight route, I think it's BNSF as well, so they can use that licensing, which they're so happy about still, I think. So yeah, you got that one. And now for the British route, which is the last dovetail release on the full route wise for the list wise, it is the East Coast Main Line South, so London to Peterborough. The run that should have been picked, or at least a heartbeat of that somewhere. So yeah, but I'm going after them. I think they're just going to copy and paste the 801 from the part section which they have got, and use HST from Rivet, or make their own HST, or even make the 91. But it'd be there. It'll come, I can see it coming. And for the two Locos, which are both made by DC, by the way, DCG, Dovedale, which is the first one will be an American Loco, and it's a Steam Loco, which is big boy. I don't know if it will run on the lines which I will let us know. Any of the routes which I have for America, well, definitely not the New York subway. Don't have to out the monitor line, but potentially it might run on. It could run on Sandpatch. Potentially, it could run on Cahoon Pass, Severin, but not Severin, whichever route is the other route. Oh, I've forgotten the name of it. It's on the top of my tongue. I know which route, or Cane Creek, even any of the American freight routes, to be honest, as a heritage steam haul service. And then the German Loco is also another steam Loco, because I wanted to spread out a little bit more to steam for. I want to get more steam into the game, to be completely honest. And this was a complete random pick out of a Steam Loco, so which is the DBBR 18 Steam Loco, which is also on Train Sim. Can't remember which route it says it's for now, but 4 on there. So yeah, it'd probably be that. I can see something like that happening. At some point, a German Steam Loco will come out. And moving on to another Rivet Games release, and this is a British route, so I'm going back up north for this one as well. So yeah, I'm going against what I've already said. I said about we need more southern lines. So yeah, but since Rivet Games is actually a Scottish company, it'd probably make more sense for them to do a Scottish route, to be fair. And that is the Fire Circle line, which is once again on Train Sim. So yeah, I'd obviously another new partner, once again, no name, no country, coming for this pack. And I have put the 91 down because, yeah, I couldn't pick. It has to be something. So yeah. So yeah, I think all of these lines will probably potentially end up on Train Sim at some point on TSW at some point in the future. So it might not just happen in this of these like most likely the life cycle of TSW4. And yeah, I'm saying that. I wish wipers on an AI would work. That is conclusion. Now wake up something more one beacon. Runs up. So yeah, and make that as what you want. Feel free to put your predictions down below onto that as well. So yeah, because I don't know what you want, and likewise you probably don't know what I want. But at the same time, this is also going to be semi-used as a suggestion sort of video. I do hope this route can actually get a TSW 3 at least makeover at some point. I think most routes deserve at least a TSW3 makeover. Not a TSW full makeover. At some point in the future. So, how long have I been roughing it on for? Yeah, that's not bad. I'll wait till that goes and then I'll end. Which it is soon. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it here then, guys, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This video will end when it's gone off into the distance. And I will see you in the next video. Once again, don't like, comment, and subscribe. No, you'll have an awesome day. Goodbye.